Linda McMahon's economic plan is focused on giving herself a $7 million tax cut and just kind of hoping that eventually that money trickles down to people that need help. My plan is focused on investing in the people of this state, making sure that we're funding our schools, that we're building roads and bridges, that we recognize that the strength of our nation is the people who desperately want to go to work. Now, Linda does have a plan on her website, but as we've recently learned, a good part of that is just lifted, word for word, paragraph by paragraph, from right-wing Republican sites in Washington. It's not a plan for Connecticut. It's a plan that essentially parrots a bunch of talking points that haven't worked for this country.
Congressman Murphy, shame on you. You have just accused me of plagiarizing my plan. It is beneath a congressman who's sitting today in Congress or anyone who is running for the United States Senate. You know very well that my plan is my own. I have sought the expert opinion of those outside to get the brightest and the best, and every word of that plan has been cited either on the online plan or in print.
There's no doubt when you look at Linda McMahon's jobs plan that there are entire paragraphs and entire sentences that are lifted from the House Republican website, from the Cato Institute. And I don't know what you call it, but all I'm saying is that this is not a plan that's rooted in what's best for the state of Connecticut. It's a plan that was essentially written by people in Washington who have ideology as their primary concern, not what's best for this state. And Linda McMahon's idea, which is that by simply giving a bunch of tax cuts to the very wealthy, it's somehow going to benefit the rest of us. Well, that's a really attractive idea to right-wing Republicans in Washington, but it just doesn't work. It's never worked. And so let's talk about the differences, and let's talk about the fact that my plan continues to be rooted in what's best for Connecticut, and Linda McMahon's plan is rooted in paragraphs and sentences that were written by somebody else for ideological reasons.